Hello and welcome back. Now let us answer the plane opening. The diagram attached shows the foundation plan and section of an outbuilding given not to scale. These are the specifications. Size of a plane opening is 1.8 meter by 1.5 meter. Brickwork is in structure bond. External face brick, internal face. Soldier course lintel externally 75 mm by 100 mm standard concrete lintel internally with 200 mm bearing, 20 mm granularic on floor, threshold and riser, 75 mm Miranda skirting, 19 mm Miranda quadrant, 2 coats varnish on Miranda surfaces. The question says, take off the plane opening, including all the adjustments. All right, now let us go to our drawing, to our diagram, and see. Now here is our diagram. We can see the opening. It is 1.5 meters. This is the opening. This is the plan. This is the floor plan of our diagram. The opening is 1.5 and the wall is 220 millimeters. The wall, there it is given, it's 220 millimeters thick. Now, here is the section of this plan. The height of our plane opening is 1.8 meters and the thickness of our surface bed is 75 millimeters. Now, let us take off the plane opening, including all the adjustments. As usual, we start with the checklist. Number 1, we deduct wall, external finishes, we deduct internal finishes. And number 2, we'll add threshold, reveals, lintel, soffit, and skirtings. Now, let us start with our deductions. We open our bracket. DDT, which means deduct one brick wall. The one brick wall, the height of our brick wall is 1.8. Add 75 millimeters of that surface bed, the thickness of the surface bed, because this is what you are going to be deducting. The reason why you add that 75 is because you will have to add the threshold on that part of the building, right? So when you add 0.075 to 1.800, what we get 1.875 meters, and deduct extra over ordinary brick for external facing, including wall ties, because we know that externally this is face brick. Therefore, let us book. To book, it is 1.88. This is, which means now you have converted the number. That is the height, and the width is 1.50. Then you put your line under your measurement, then close the brackets. Once again, deduct extra for face internally. Extra for face internally, right? The height of the build of our opening is 1.8 meters. Well, we must remember that now we will have to less 0.075. Why? It is because that part of your building, it's not the fair face, it's a stock brick, that part of the building, because it's going to be there's gonna be a skirting there, so you cannot use an expensive brick to build where you are still going to close that with another material. Okay, therefore it's just only the stock brick, or that part of the building is plastered. You get what I'm saying? Therefore, that is why you have to less that is 75 millimeter because it's the height of the skirting. So when you less 75 from 1.8 meter, what do you get? You get 1.725 meters. That is your new height of your internal face that you will be deducting. To book, it is 1.73 by 1.50, the opening, which is the width of your opening. Then you close your bracket. You open another bracket. You deduct 75 millimeter Merandi skirting and 19 millimeter quadrant and 2-coat vanish on that skirting. Okay, it's only the length of your opening. That just only the width of your opening, which is 1.5. That's how long it is. That one. You close that bracket, then you open another bracket. You deduct one brick wall as before and deduct extra over for external facing, including wall ties and internal face. Now you have deducted all the wall that you were supposed to be deducting, the bigger part. The only part that is left for you to deduct is the one that you are going to add the soldier course on it. So it is about the height of that part is 22 millimeters and the opening is 1 meter 500 above 1.8 meter of the opening. This is happening above 1.8 meter of your opening. Okay, so you deduct extra over for external facings, including wall ties and internal face. All right, so it is 0.22, which is the height, and the width is 1.50. Okay, then you close your bracket. Now you come to the additions. Add threshold. You add the threshold. On the threshold, it's 15 MPa concrete in surface bed, including soft of curve, and 22 millimeter grano finish on horizontal surfaces. So let us check on this. You are mixing two different things in under one bracket. This one is concrete and this one is concrete measured in cubic meters, and this one is grano measured in square meters. So since you are including this one, so you have to add, you have to show on this part that this concrete, this one is its thickness is 0.08. That is the concrete. You see, that is the thickness of the concrete. But the length and the width is the same as that one of the grano. So it's 0.22 millimeters by 1.50. Okay, then you close your brackets. I'm sure you understand this part. Ditto, which means now you're coming to this one. Ditto to vertical surfaces. You're still adding the grano on vertical surfaces now. It is 0.08, which is the height of that of your surface bed by the opening, by the width of your opening, which is 1.50. Then you close your bracket. Open another bracket. Formwork to edge of slab not exceeding 300 millimeters high. The formwork, you have to put the plank that is going to block your concrete there so as not to pour over. So that plank you have to put there, its height must not be more than 300 millimeters, as you can see, but the width of that is 1.50, which is equal to the opening. Okay, add. We're still on additions. Add 75 millimeter Merandi skirting and 19 millimeter Merandi quadrant and 2-coat varnish paint. on that Merandi squat sketching, it's 0.22 by 2. You will be adding the sketching on this side and on the other side of the opening. Okay, it's just the sketching. It must be equal to the width or the thickness of the wall there on the opening. Then you close your brackets. You add reveals extra over brickwork for external reveals. Okay, so the height of those reveals, is 1.73, 1 meter 730, just like the height of just like the height of the face. It is 1.73. These are the reveals. 1.73 by the thickness, which is 0.22 by 2. There are two sides that you have to put those reveals as. You add the lintel. 110 millimeter by 75 millimeter standard precast concrete lintel, 1.9 meters long. So the length is 1.5, 1 meter 500, which is the length of the opening. The width of the opening, which is now the length of the concrete lintel. The bearing of that concrete lintel must be 200 each side. Therefore, 200 by 2 is equal to 400. So 1.5 meter by 400, it gives us 1.9 meters long, as it is on our description. So that lintel, how many of them? It's 1. To book, it's just only 1. Then you close your bracket. To coat internal quality PVA paint on that precast concrete lintel. Then the length is 1.9 meters, 1 meter 900 by 0.08, the height of that lintel, which is going to be revealed internally. You add the soffit. Extra over brickwork for soldier course arc externally, and the turning piece for brickwork lintel, 110 millimeters wide. Now you will have to build the soldier course above that 1.8 meters. Above that 1.8 meters, you will have to build the soldier course. So for you to build the soldier course, you need this turning piece, that plank that you must put across, so that you can be able to lay those bricks on top of that plank, and then you will remove that plank after it is dry and you have finished. Okay, that is why it is called, it must be 110 millimeters wide. It must be equal to the thickness of that brick, because that brick is going to be the soldier course, and it will face to you with the 75 millimeter. To you, it will be facing with the 75 millimeters on you. So how long it is? It is only 1.5 meters long. Yes. Then you add again half brick lining with face tied to soldier course lintel, including wall ties. Now, after you laid that soldier course, you laid that soldier course next to the lintel. Then above the lintel, you need to close that space with on at least 2 courses, which is 75 millimeter by 75 plus 75 millimeter, which is going to be about 150 millimeters above above your lintel. That is what you need. You need those that wall half brick lining with face tied to soldier course lintel, including wall ties, and then you will have to put those wall ties so as to make it strong. So to book, it is 0.15, it is 150 millimeters high, and the width is 1.5 millimeters. Then you finish your measurement. That's how it ends. Remember to watch these videos so as to get more and more information. Thank you.